Hello and welcome to a special Your Partnerships Meet. It's award-winning. Nick on set here, Nick from Reiki. Actually, I said that wrong.
You did.
In fact, we're just talking about it. Tell them
Okay, it's Trinity
that
Reiki.
that's right. And then there's a bit
That's
of
my
reason.
business. And then I have a little group called Wonky.
That's it.
Okay, and Wonky is wonky because I am wonky jointed. It's the easiest way to explain my multiple health problems. Um, but it's spelt with a KI, not with a KY. Thanks to the lovely Joe Lines,
Mm,
who suggested that because we talk a little bit about Reiki on there as well, because it's what's helped me. Because I
yeah.
have chronic pain, fibromyalgia, arthritis, and a few other little bits and pieces that nobody really needs to talk
Well,
about.
we're
But
going to talk about not all of that, but some other things around it because the thing that you won the actual. I've lost my train of thought there. The name of the actual award itself.
oh my, the Phoenix Award,
Phoenix. You know, I had Venus in my head. That's what it was.
Venus.
Yeah.
Wow.
Phoenix Award. Phoenix Award. So sorry about that. But if it's appropriate exactly what you're saying, because you've risen again, haven't you?
Yes.
And I'll shout out if I can. And I know you would the same thing. Donna from
Oh,
Sequoia
amazing.
sponsors this award every year because she just loves the whole passion along behind, what it stands for, what it's about.
She's a bit of a
Yeah.
phoenix
She is.
herself.
She
She
is. She
keeps
is.
reigniting and re-emerging. She's an amazing lady.
That's it.
So
And
I feel very honoured.
So sorry about messing up twice there, but yeah. So our award winner from the Phoenix Award, sponsored by Sequoia, Donna. Thank you so much for that. So tell us a little bit about about how it feels to win the award, but more importantly about your journey and what's happening new for you and what's in the
Okay.
future.
Okay. So most people knew me in your partnerships
Mm.
from Maplebrook Wills.
Yep.
I still work a little bit, more of a side hustle these
You're
days
just
for
kind of in
me.
charge of
Well,
everything,
of
but yeah.
course, with the dog as well, as you know, Flavia, the MD. Um, Basically, I used to work in the background mostly.
Mm.
So you'd see me at networking events.
Yeah.
The only time you'd ever see me give a 30 seconds or a bit of a rundown was when Jess wasn't there because I had to, because it's not my thing talking about myself and my business.
Yeah.
I was passionate. I still am passionate about LPAs
Yes.
because of my dad having
Mm.
dementia, and I know the true importance of that.
I agree with you
Yeah.
totally.
Um, but it was kind of a backseat, Jess's passion.
Mm.
Um, so I did the admin and I came along to a few bits and pieces with your partnership. So people knew me from chatting one to one,
Yes.
but not so much knew me. Then I had a little bit of a fall, which showed my wonky joints in their full flight of recent times. There was the comments of crutches and, oh, what have you done to yourself? I haven't done anything.
Mm.
It's just the path of my illness. But I hid it. I've hidden it for a long time. Either I'd step back, I'd be quieter. People would know that I had a few joint problems, but
Yeah.
they didn't really know what was wrong with me. So I found Reiki, which has helped me manage my pain, which is huge because there is no fix for fibromyalgia. There's not
No.
much of a fix for arthritis, if we're honest,
No.
and there's definitely not a fix for chronic pain. And it's given me a coping mechanism. And I trained bit by bit for my own purposes because you can give Reiki to yourself. And then me being me, the old brain, I love a course. The old brain was ticking and I was like, let's do a bit more. So I did my level 2 and then I did my level 3. And then I was like, what am I going to do with this? I was like, I've got friends who've got fibromyalgia. I've got
Yeah.
friends who've got chronic pain. I've got friends who struggle with stress, which leads to other problems with
Yes.
hormones and heart disease and cancer and lots of other things. I'm like, I should be using this and helping people. And it's kind of a full circle because I always wanted to work in healthcare. If you look on my bio, I've got a degree in health studies. And
Yeah.
you're like, well, why has she got a degree in health studies? I got a degree in health studies back in the day when I left school, when I left Newquay, because I wanted to be a physiotherapist. I couldn't be a physiotherapist because back in the 90s, because I'm that old, um, back in the 90s, they would stop you from doing certain medical professions because of a disability.
Okay.
So I kind of went, well, I couldn't be a physio, I'll do something else, but never really found something in the healthcare arena that I wanted to do. So I then left uni, went and worked for BT, had a career there, and then wonkiness kind of caught up with me a few times, and self employment and working with Jess kind of became a thing in our different guises.
Yep.
So I've kind of been the support role, but Trinity Reiki's given me the chance to have a voice, give a voice to other people, and help lots of people because by dialing down your anxiety, dialing down your pain, being able to relax, having gratitude, lots of these things we're
Mm.
hearing, meditating. I've meditated since I was 15,
I can't say enough for meditation. I do it every morning. So,
and your gratitude
mm.
practices. These are all cornerstones of Reiki. So, to be able to help other people, I can't tell you how amazing it is. So now I feel I found my purpose, which is
It's a full circle that you've gone, and that's all been part of that journey. And it is,
completely.
and Phoenix, the Phoenix Award's perfect for you, because I mean, I tell you, and I must say this before I forget while we're on here live is on the night and even since, so many people that no better deserving person than you, Nick. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely. People were very, very emotional that you'd wanted as well. So yeah,
yeah. I
that's
mean,
great.
I was away with some of your partnership members
Yep.
on a course about speaking because it's not my favorite thing to do. You chat to me, I'll chat for hours, but speaking is not my favorite thing. Being very self aware. Um, so I was away on a course and an event learning about speaking and telling your story and the validity of that because we don't need to be perfect.
No.
We're not stuck in the 80s anymore where we have to have our shoulder pads and stand a certain way and wear our high heels or whatever we need to do. We don't need to wear a suit anymore to do business. Stories and connections, what it's all about. So it was perfect for me. But unfortunately, because of my wonkiness, 3 days away with the girls, and if you see any of my videos and some of the girls' videos of us being away, it didn't look much like a conference. It looked more like a party, which it was in some parts, but it was a celebration.
Mm.
Um, so when I was saying my goodbyes to my good friend Lisa Bailey Brown, um, she said to me, "Oh, are you coming to the awards?" And I said, "No, I don't think I can. I've got to be honest and take some time out." And I said, "But just as a joke, I said, but if I win one of the awards, you could go get it." Wow, who knew? My
Yep.
phone, just as I was cooling down that night, 9 o'clock, switching everything off, kind of getting ready for an early bed, and yeah, my phone just erupted. I have to say, Anthony Pilling, um, Joe, Lisa, a few others. Yeah, amazing. But I have to say, your partnership's got me here because I've taken advantage of the free courses. I've
Mm.
taken advantage. They do. You don't always have to sign up immediately for their offering.
Yes.
It may be that you get a little nugget from
Mm.
that, but you'll also get networking,
Mm.
make friendships. Um, I've met people like Becky, I can't think of her surname, the strategist, Becky, oh, she loves to surf. Oh,
It'll come to you
it'll
later.
come to me. Anyway, Becky does strategy. I've been on her course
Okay.
as a result of your partnerships. I've met um, people that have been doing Reiki 20 years,
Mm.
like the lovely Nancy Finch,
Yes.
who's been really supportive towards me.
I have one of Nancy's sayings in my phone. I keep it all the time. So, yep.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, yeah, your partnerships and all those friendships I made through Maplebrook have really helped me because it's given me confidence. So all I'm going to say is sometimes sitting on the periphery is not a bad thing.
No.
You can sit and learn to people, see, hear people's journeys, their stories, and yeah, you may think that because they're talking about construction that you can't learn anything from them. Don't switch off. I
Yeah.
implore you.
Yes. 100%.
Nuggets come from
It,
connection
it,
and
it,
people.
I talk about this all the time that, I can have someone walk in, say, for example, mortgages. Someone could sit down and talk about, oh, I'm thinking about this mortgage. I would not give them advice because I'm not qualified, but I'll
No,
understand enough about what they're talking about from exactly what you're talking from being around those people. Because every networking event's like going to school, isn't it? Because you learn
absolutely.
something new. So
And I accept that, not everyone's for me, and vice versa.
yeah,
And you can elevate y- your peers, whether they're in Reiki, whether they're in therapies, whether they're a will writer, whether they're in TV, it doesn't matter what it
mm,
is. People buy from people. It's not about the hard sell, it's about the learning and being in the room and being you
yeah,
and the passion. So I have to say, once you find your purpose and your passion, you kind of fly. And I have to say, the guys at your partnerships, and I say the guys, I mean the collective,
the
they've
collective, the community.
the community, they've booked appointments with me, they've given me direction on
Mm,
advertising, they've given me help. Um, yeah, so they've enabled me to, if it wasn't for Hayley Smith,
mm,
I wouldn't have been at the big festoon where I
yep.
was when I couldn't come.
See, Haley, she could have been there taking the award. No, but
Wow.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah,
Got to
it's
spread the love.
but you and you're there for them as well. So it's all yeah.
Absolutely. And it can be because you've got a physical problem that you
Mm,
need that support. But I've also learned from Reiki and your partnerships, there's no shame in asking.
no,
If you don't ask, no one can help you.
it's true. And my saying, I said almost every time when I leave somebody from the meeting for the first time, I tell them if you need something, ask. And I mean
Absolutely.
it. I mean it. Some do, most don't,
Well,
but
yeah.
it's
I mean,
there.
I know that with having chronic health conditions, it's so easy to. I mean, I hide my legs, so I normally have nice. Today I've got a voluminous skirt on.
Mm,
I have white trousers on. I hide them. We all hide in some
yeah,
way. Um, so it's so important just to share who you are really, and people will get you,
yeah.
and then they'll connect. And before you know it, suddenly out of the blue, they'll say, "Can I make an appointment?"
Yes, it does happen. Does happen all the time. I what one of the things that amazes me is I'll have people that been referred to me from someone I've talked to, 5, 6, 8 years ago, and it's like I'd forgotten I even knew the person almost.
No, the same. Like we have the same through Maplebrook.
Mm,
Um, exactly the same. People remember,
yeah.
and equally, that's why I say about going on these free courses that your partnerships put on,
Mm,
or even these um, peppercorn price
yes. Yeah,
courses.
they are.
Just because you can't sign up today because of time, energy, whatever it may be, you may want to do their next cohort in a year's time or two
Yeah.
years' time, but you've made that connection and it's sat in the back of your head thinking, when I've got more time, more pennies, more
Mm,
capacity, I can do that
yeah.
and develop further.
Absolutely. We better wrap it up because we'll go on too long. But we said we wouldn't talk but 2 minutes, but here we go. But thank you first. Congratulations once again,
Thank you.
our Phoenix Award winner from Sequoia. Thank you to Corker Media for having us out here. I know
Absolutely.
you're a veteran from being out here,
Oh,
but yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
absolutely. It's stunning and they're so lovely here.
Mm.
The first time I did one of these, I absolutely hated it and said I wasn't going to say a word and never stop talking. Well, some things don't change. Um, but what I'm trying to say is you can do it.
It's
Even
so
those of us
relaxed,
who've
isn't it?
got
Yeah.
anxiety and whatever. Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
relaxed. It's so comfortable.
Mm.
Just give it a go.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. Thanks again, Nick. Congratulations once
Thank
again,
you.
and we'll see you next time.